Listen to Talking Strictly to find out what happens behind the scenes and get your hands up.
I can't do it very well. Sorry.
What is this? You'll find out if you listen. I'm AJ Pritchard and I'm here with...
Lauren Steadman, and we are at...
We're backstage at Strictly Come Dancing with the sparkles and the glam.
Right, guys, who's the biggest prankster backstage? My eyes go straight to you.
I'm going to give
I don't know why you're looking at me. No.
AJ.
It was Neil as he walked in with a little air horn this morning and scared the bejeebers out of me. Yes. And between us, I'm going to say I don't do very many pranks, do I, in the training room?
We're serious in the training room.
Very
we mean
serious.
business.
We work unbelievably hard.
Yeah.
What about backstage, though, on a Saturday night, Friday rehearsals?
I like to keep Lauren on her toes and keep her adrenaline high just before the show. So to try and kind of distract her from the fact of the matter you're going on in front of 12 million people and 4 judges. Yeah, just a couple of hidden surprises here and there.
Most of the surprises are just randomly. A camera pops up. Lauren, how are you feeling? I'm like, I'm feeling really good, thanks.
Do you guys have any sort of backstage rituals?
I just like to jump up and down as much as possible and press ups and clap my hands as loud as possible, just so I can get my adrenaline going, so I feel a bit more normal when I walk onto TV, rather than looking like I'm so excited because there's 12 million people and my aim's speaking so fast and my adrenaline's too high. I don't know about Lauren.
A lot of shouting, positive energy. For me, I'm quite used to that feeling just before a performance. AJ says sometimes I'm a bit too quiet, so I've tried to...
You don't talk and it scares me. I don't like it.
Just getting in the zone, AJ.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can't be in the zone in front of 12 million people.
We do like to go over the routine a few times, though, don't we? Just so we feel confident.
Yes. Yeah, we
That's
like
probably the
to...
one thing
There's
we
a
do.
little corridor at the back that's just wide enough to practice the routine without hitting your head. And we rehearse it again and again before we go onto the floor, which I think helps you, Lauren, to relax a little bit.
One thing I do just before I start the dance, if my dad's in the room, look at my dad, he gives me a nod, and it's like, got this, because he does that when I race, so...
Do you notice the crowd while you're dancing on a Saturday night? Do you notice people in the audience, or...?
Just AJ smile.
Oh, tricky. I like that one. I'll take that. No, it's funny because you have got a live audience there and you know there is 12 million people at home, but you don't really think of it. You kind of focus on, the performance together, because if you create a atmosphere between us, you get drawn into it, and that's the idea of dancing. Like, you're expressing a story through movement, and then people just get drawn into it, and we don't really try and externally push our energy out, because sometimes then it can get a little bit lost.
And what's the communication like on the dance floor when you're actually performing on a Saturday night? Do you talk to each other? Are there sort of any visual clues?
Lift your over, Lauren!
You called me a ventriloquist, didn't you, the other week?
I did, yes.
Because I happened to be smiling at the same time as screaming at you to tell you to lift your arms up.
See it again. Do it again.
Lift your arms up.
Yeah, he's definitely...
He can do quite a lot of words actually like that. So he's like, you think he's happy that he's actually screaming at me?
It's got to be done. It's a memory for life. And if your arm's down, they're just going to comment on it. I just can't accept this.
And can you talk a little bit about that sort of Strictly high? Like, what has it done for your wellness or your confidence?
I think definitely for my confidence, it's sort of gone through the roof, especially after last week when I managed to enjoy the dance, just love being out there with AJ on the dance floor. I'm excited for tomorrow now, not thinking, I've got to do this step and all those things. So I definitely feel much happier this week.
Plus, I think it's nice when you get your inspirational messages sent by mums and kids. That really brings a uplift to the week and the Saturday night.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm just performing for me and AJ. I feel like I'm performing for all of those, young children, older generations as well. If we can just inspire as many people as possible, that's worth dancing for.
And do you have a dance move nemesis?
A dance move nemesis. Lauren doesn't like... Okay, Lauren just does the opposite of everything. I don't know what this would actually be called. Like, I go, do you know what, can we do a bent leg today? And she'll be locked straight. And then, you're allowed to lock your legs this week. And and then she just starts bending them. It's a killer to me. I just call it this, opposite role reversal.
And
I think you do it on purpose.
Lefts and rights are really challenging for me.
Oh, we can't even go there with lefts and rights.
And if you're in the car as well.
We're in the car. I have to drive most of the time. And Lauren goes, turn left. And there is physically no left turn here. So I'm going to presume you mean right, because... I know you know Portsmouth a lot better than me, but still, there is... Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
AJ, is there anything that you find particularly hard? I know you're obviously a pro, but...
I think this year, more so than any year, having an athlete again like Lauren, she's very determined, and very, very focused on the task at hand. But sometimes she doesn't allow her emotions to be shown. Like, she just, yeah, you're happy, you can smile, or you're sad, you can show that you're upset you missed a step in the quick step. There's nobody judging you. And for Lauren, it's kind of like bringing herself out, because in the training room, she does show that emotion when the camera's turned off. And then when the camera turns on, you just go, no, enjoy, smile, talk. Plus, she doesn't breathe. She doesn't breathe at all. So I'm like, can you please smile? Because at least I know you're breathing then. It makes me feel more relaxed.
Hypoxic training whilst I'm dancing.
I understand this now, because when we went for a swim and I tried a triathlon, I was like, I having to breathe every second. She just, fish. I don't know how she does it. It's unbelievable. It's scary to me.
And could you just give a brief summary of how you're sort of coping with the choreography, you know, with Lauren, and how you've adapted how you would normally perhaps do a routine?
I think the fantastic thing with Lauren is that she is so determined. Yes, when it comes down to the choreography, I do think, well, actually, I would usually grab her hand, and obviously the hand's not there, so it gives me a bit of a headache. But we just find ways to adapt it. And the thing is, if I come in with a routine that is designed for normal hold, and it doesn't work, we will change it. The only one thing that we have struggled with slightly is when it comes down to the lifts and you're used to pushing down 50-50 on two sides of two hands. That is a bit more unusual, more for me physically. I have to just use my core a little bit more and somehow get you above my head, which seems to work every time.
I think so, and I hate the idea of not being able to do something. So even if it didn't go well at the beginning of the week, I'd be like, AJ,
but that's what I love about you.
It's staying in, because we will get it by Saturday. So, yeah.
What's the scariest thing you've done so far in terms of lifts and things?
Yeah, the Charleston lift. Yeah.
No.
Oh, there's
No.
a new one.
No. In Fame, you were supposed to
that one as
free
well.
fall backwards in Fame off the car as you do. It's only a 3 foot high.
Jumped a little bit.
And you decided to, with your adrenaline, jump backwards. And I catch you with one hand. What are you? 60 kg, jumping backwards off a 3 foot.
56.
Okay, 56. With the height that you jumped, you may as well have been 100. You gave me a heart attack that night. Oh my God. Luckily, they used a wide camera angle and couldn't see anything.
He sort of caught me and I went, I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm in pain so much right now, but it looked great.